No sweat. Anything else?
Sir, there's another question in the chat. And we have a question in the room as well, sir.
Please, I'll take the one in the room, please.
Come on.
Salaki, sir, can you hear me, sir?
I hear you perfectly.
Oh, Most High in Christ. Salaki, sir, I'm noticing, shame is going away. Our sisters, you know what I mean? Our sisters that, that luxurious, you know what I mean? Because I don't want to offend anybody. Luxurious. I noticed that they wearing certain outfits they ain't supposed to wear. And I noticed our big sister women also have integrity. But the integrity is going away. They wear, you know what I mean? They showing they showing their body off. They showing their feet off. They wearing these shoes that look like bare feet. Mm-hmm. So I want to know, how can I articulate them to yo, you ain't supposed to wear something like that? If I may, sir.
I told you. Okay, well, this might comfort you as well. When you said you think that shame is going away, right? When did women have shame?
Say that again, sir.
You said you noticed the shame is going away, right?
Con.
So when did women have shame?
Well, Salaki, sir, if I may, when I was growing up, I know that, you know what I'm saying, big women wasn't showing off their body like that.
I got you.
You know what I mean?
I totally understand. That is everyone. There are many people that believe that, right? Until you ask your old grandfathers about a thing called hoeing back in the 70s. Have you heard of that? Let me tell you what pimps had in the 70s. Pimps had jets and Rolls Royces. Do you know about that?
I do, sir. It's a lot.
I know. Yeah, I know. Let me tell you. Once you get to a certain age, you think times have changed when really you have changed. You're different. But pimps in the 70s had millions of dollars. Millions. Pimps nowadays aren't making a fraction of the money that pimps would make in the 1970s before crack cocaine hit. I mean, do I have to show you a video of pimps of the Players Ball in Chicago? Do I need to show you
that? Sir, I already know.
Show you the mink coats that cost $100,000 that just virtually every pimp had in Detroit. Do I need to show you Detroit in the 1970s where everyone had a mink coat and had a Rolls Royce that they got not from crack cocaine, not from heroin, but from selling the bodies of women? Whores are not a new thing in the earth. The difference is you are new. You're different. And so because of that, you look at women now differently. But the Bronx, Harlem, my God, have you seen Hunts Point? Have you heard of a place called Hunts Point down there in the Bronx?
Oh, Slaki, I have grew up from that.
Oh yeah, I thought you might. You see, when you would go down Hunts Point, you didn't go, look at the depravity out here. This place has fallen in society because you were different back then. So Hunts Point, I mean, I've seen naked women at Hunts Point in the Bronx. You never saw that? Naked, like walking down the streets in panties at Hunts Point in the Bronx. Am I telling you, brother, something you've never heard of? Tell me right now if I am.
Oh, Salaki, so is even going to be the panties or the long coat when they flash the car?
Yeah. Do you remember Times Square roundabout? Ooh, damn, 92. Like around up until the 90s, Times Square was like an airport for whores. An airport. That right in front of that school, you couldn't walk outside without seeing a woman in high heels, stockings, and a coat. So whores have always been around. Whoring is not new. Some people used to call it the oldest profession, being a whore. It's not a new thing. Just remember, you're new. So you have a different feeling about it. You are disgusted by it. So now that's going to help you to craft your breakdown better. So you won't go, What happened to women? Women have never been whores before today. Women always wore clothing. There was whores in the Old West in the 1800s. They called them brothels. And you would walk into a brothel and play a game of cards, walk upstairs and buy a prostitute. Prostitution was how men had sex. It was like as normal as getting a drink of liquor. That's how frequent, and prostitution was. It was just like gambling or having a shot of liquor. And that's in little towns in the 1800s in America, in Mexico City, in Tijuana. You get my point. Everybody understands the point. So you want to start with knowing that whoring is not new. A woman dressing, with no shame is not new. The Bible talks about it, which lets you know it happened back then, because that's why there are scriptures about it. Now, this is where I would start. I would start at Proverbs, the 7th chapter. Give me a strange woman and how she stands outside. I would start there, knowing it's been going on since the biblical time. You read the Bible, like where Judah, the father of the tribe of Judah, this woman wanted to be his wife, but Judah only liked whores. So she had to dress like a whore to get his attention. She was not a whore, but she dressed like a whore because Judah only wanted whores. That is not new. That's as old as the Bible. Now, why is that important? Because now you can understand how to find the key to fight it, how to find it. What did prophets of God have to say back then? Someone give me that. Maybe that's more, maybe that's faster. Give me the one when Judah's rib or prospective rib had to dress up like a whore. Give me that. And you can also read Proverbs 7 about the strange woman whenever you want. All right. Can somebody find me the Judah precept that I asked about?
Come on, we'll pull it up.
Slaki Adawan, I do have Proverbs chapter 7, verse 5. That they may keep thee from the strange woman.
Salaki, sir, we couldn't hear you just now.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ephraim.
Kanawan Khan. Proverbs chapter 7, verse 5. That they may keep thee from the strange woman, from the stranger which flattereth with her words.
Keep going.
Kanawan Khan. Verse 6. For at the window of my house I looked through my casement. Verse 7. And beheld among the simple ones, I discern among the youths a young man void of understanding.
You see, this type of brother has always been around. When we make the videos, we can put this with the brother who had sex with a greedy woman and then, of course, had a greedy baby's mother. This is how it happens. You're sitting in your house, you're looking out the window, and you see a young man. This is what Paratazai is doing right now. Paratazai goes outside and he looks outside of his window case and he sees a simple brother among the simple ones. You see how it said simple ones? Who are the simple ones, Paratazai? Young brothers in the world. You got it up? Go ahead, Paratazai.
Khan, those any tail that come by, you know what I'm saying, that have her tail out, those are the simple ones. Lakia.
That's it. Well, in specific, the simple one is talking about the brother who falls for a woman like that. Like is his name John Morant?
John Morant's another basketball player. I think you're talking about Anthony Edwards, sir.
Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards is among the simple ones. Anthony Edwards is someone that you all look up to because of his athletic ability and because of his money. But he's just another simple brother. He's like you. He's just a simple brother. And this man looked out his window and saw this young brother. Read it again.
Khan, Proverbs chapter 7, verse 5. That they may keep thee from strange women.
Read it from the top. Read it from the top.
Khan, verse 5. That they may keep thee from the strange woman, from the stranger which flattereth with her words.
You see, a whore, she knows how to talk to a simpleton like you. When I say like you, I'm speaking in general to a brother who is like this. She knows how to talk to you on Instagram, doesn't she? She knows how to say the right thing. What does a woman always say to get your attention? I'm in the threesomes. You hear that all the time. I'm in the threesomes. I'll do a threesome. I had a threesome yesterday. I can put a whole cucumber down my throat. Yeah, I love to have threesomes. A woman has to be a lesbian to attract a man. Isn't that ridiculous? A woman has to tell you how much she likes other girls to get a man. Well, she's saying that for men. When you go online and hear a girl talking about how she kisses a girl and she likes other girls, she's not saying that to get women. She's saying that to get men, because this type of woman knows how to flatter with her lips. She knows how to talk to you just right, say the right thing that'll get you sexually aroused so she can become your baby's mother and take every penny from you and put you in jail. Continue.
Khan, verse 6. For at the window of my house I looked through my casement. Verse 7. And beheld among the simple ones, I discerned among the youths a young man void of understanding.
So you look out, Parachas looked out his window. He walked down the street coming to the class, and he sees some young, simple brother. He's stupid. He's void of understanding. The word void means empty. He doesn't have understanding. And he's out there with the youth, with the young people. They're young. They're like we were back in the day. And instead of seeing our women with no shame, instead of seeing that our land has fallen to adultery and whoredom, they see opportunity for pleasure. Just like Anthony Edwards. That's all he saw. Anthony Edwards is just a young, simple brother, void of understanding. Continue.
Khan, verse 8. Passing through the street near her corner, and he went the way to her house.
So he passed through the street near her corner. You see, those whores have a place that they congregate where they set up shop. See, back in the day, it was Hunts Point. It was 42nd Street. It was 125th Street, Lenox Avenue, where a whore would set up, to meet a young, stupid idiot. Now, I guess she goes down to the basketball game, or mainly she moves to Atlanta, Georgia. That's where the whores go. And if I find out one of you stupid brothers gets involved in any nonsense down there with those Atlanta whores, I'm going to have your head. I'm going to take your head as a trophy. Do all of you understand?
Khan.
If I find out one West brother gets in some trick bag with some Atlanta hustling whore, brother, you are going to wish that you were born in another nation. You are going to wish that you were not of the seed of Israel. Do all of you understand?
Khan.
Well, because that's what a whore does. She moves to Atlanta, Georgia, so she can find Anthony Edwards, so she can find Shaquille O'Neal or some other idiot who's full of money with no wisdom. She looks for him, or she sets up a page on OnlyFans or Instagram. That's the new corner that whores lay on, looking for an idiot like you who's going to have to work for 25 years simply to pay a woman that he wishes he never met. Continue.
Khan. Verse 9. In the twilight, in the evening, in the black and dark night. Verse 10. And behold, there met him a woman with the attire of an harlot.
Say that again. Because I think that's the point, is it not? Yeah, that's the point. That's the point, right? Late at night, in the dark, he met a woman dressed like a whore 5,000 years ago. 5,000 years ago. He met a woman dressed like a whore. This wasn't yesterday. This wasn't on Anthony Edwards as he was surfing through OnlyFans. This was 5,000 years ago. Continue.
Khan. And behold, there met him a woman with the attire of an harlot and subtle of heart.
What does that mean? You got to read a little slower, trooper, all right, so I can break it down for the young and simple out there. She's subtile of heart. That's what subtle means, subtile. She's cunning like a snake. And these women who are hunting down these basketball players, You dumb basketball players, you shoot 500 jump shots a day. You're in a gym for 6 hours a day. Your life revolves around training and eating right and going to the gym. You are not equipped for these whores whose life is constantly revolving around how to fool you and trick you into getting them pregnant. That's what their life is about. You're too simple. You're a goddamn square. You don't know these whores. You know jump shots. You know training. You don't understand them. Their life, these whores are getting breast implants and their butts all fixed up with silicone and every other thing to trap you. To trap you. They're like fishermen who go work on a lure and get it nice and tight and make it and build a fishing lure so that it attracts the right kind of fish. You're not ready for her. You shoot jump shots all day. This woman does nothing but plot on getting you so you can get her pregnant. So she can have a child that will be raised by another man, and she will treat that child like garbage, and that child will hate you, and you're going to give up most of your salary until you're too old to care for that same child. You better wise the hell up. You better smarten up. Continue.
Khan. Verse 11. She is loud and stubborn.
Read that again.
Khan. She is loud and stubborn.
See, Anthony Edwards is not one of Commanding General Yohana's sons. I would advise you basketball players and celebrities, you see Commanding General Yohana sent Tazariak out into the celebrity world to help some of you idiots, you dummies that bounce basketballs, act and rap and sing. He sent to Captain Tazariak into the celebrity world to help people like Anthony Edwards and Ja Morant and Shaquille O'Neal and every other idiot that raps and sings and bounces a ball or runs a touchdown, so that you don't become some giant sucker for a whore who is practiced in her trade. Practiced in her trade. You better learn. You better wake the hell up. Continue.
Khan. Her feet abide not in her house.
She's a loud mouth. That's how you don't want an evil baby's mother. Look at her besides just how she looks like. Examine her for her personality. The Bible describes her. She's going to be all loud and, all inappropriate. You love to go marry some inappropriate bitch. The bitch don't know how to act in public. She don't know how to act at all. She's completely inappropriate at all times. She talks about sex on Instagram. She shows her naked body. She doesn't know, the bitch don't even know how to behave in public. She doesn't know what clothing you wear outside and what clothing you wear inside. She doesn't know. The bitch doesn't have an inside voice, a voice that's for in the home, and a voice that's for outside the home. She doesn't know. She's loud and boisterous and opinionated, and all you can think of is, boy, that's the one I want to have sex with. That's the one you want to have a baby with, young man. Because that's where babies come from, sweet baby boy. That's where they come from. You see, sex makes babies, little fella. Read after she's loud.
Khan. She is loud and stubborn.
Oh my! What is stubborn? Oh, that's your type, isn't it, young man? That's your type. A bitch that doesn't want to listen. That's why you give her your slave name instead of your Hebrew name. That's why you do that. You give her your slave name because you know she'll never accept your Hebrew name. You know what you tell me, and then when you call me about the problems, you say, "Yeah, my other wife, she in the world, so she don't really listen. Yeah, she in the world, so you know how that is." No, I don't know how that is. I don't know what you're even talking about. She's in the world. What the hell does that mean? So she's in the world. So what? I should just be understanding of her insolence, of her dishonor, of her rebellion. Well, she in the world. You treat it like her being in the world is a handicap that you have to deal with. Well, I got one wife. She's in the truth. So, I don't have to really see her that much because she's in the truth. So she's in my corner. But, my wife that's in the world, she don't really understand. So I got to do this for her and I got to do that for her, because she's in the world. Oh, is that what? So because this woman is in the world, you spend more time with her. You have to give her more money. You have to belittle yourself more because she's in the world. I thought you were in the truth.
Right.
I thought that's what mattered, not what she's in. Who cares what she's in? She's a $2 whore that you couldn't keep your hands off of. Now what? I got to look at her like she's a princess. Okay. All right. Well, then I'm not your problem, though. The problem is every other man on Instagram. Every other man on Instagram. And please, some brother in the school contacted Captain Shawamar and wanted to have a counsel about some slut he married 6 years ago because she wants to have a counsel because she wants to come to the Passover. She then left the brother and whored herself 6 years ago. If I could remember her name, I would say it, but I can't recall the broad's name. Do not try to now come back into the school simply because you want to come to the Passover to dance like a slut at the all-black party to make the husband who you whored on jealous. You'll have to do that another way. You'll have to find another way. Yes. Was he stupid to ever touch you? Yes. Did I tell him not to touch you? Yes. Did he do it anyway? Yes. But the Passover is not about you. And the Passover is not about him. We're not going to eat the Passover with whores. Does everyone understand?
Count out of one.
Con.
You have to leave your whore home. The one, she's in the world, so you know how that is. That one has to stay home. The Bible is giving you a way to know who she is before you have sex with her. She's loud. She posts up places. She has a place where she posts up to find men. Instagram, OnlyFans, Facebook. She says things that are inappropriate and loud, and she's stubborn. She doesn't want to change. She doesn't want to fix herself. That's a whore, and that's going to make a terrible baby's mother. A terrible baby's mother. Continue.
Khan. Her feet abide not in her house.
I hope you understand that, young men out there. That bitch can't stay in the house. She can't. Now here you go. You know the bitch can't stay home. You have sex with her, but now you want her to turn into a nun. Now after she's married, then you like, well, baby, you can't go out with your friends. She laughs you in your face and goes out with her friends. Now you don't want her to go out with her friends because if that drunk bitch goes to a club, she's going to have sex with whoever is in there. So because of that, you don't want her going out with her worldly friends, with her friends in the world. You should have thought of that before you had sex with her. You should have thought of that. It's too late now. And she doesn't listen to you. She can't keep her feet in her house. That bitch needs attention like a heroin needs a drug fix. She got a monkey on her back called attention. She needs it. It's a drug to her. She was molested as a child. And that molestation caused a hole in her soul that only is filled temporarily with attention. She has to have it. And one man cannot provide enough attention for a whore to be satisfied. It can't. So she has to get out there. She has 1,000 Instagram accounts with different names because she needs her fix every day. She needs it. Continue. Continue order, por favor.
Khan, verse 12. Now is she without, now in the streets, and lieth in wait.
I believe that's biblical proof for she's for the streets. Am I right, Ephraim? Is this not how young men talk? I don't talk like this, but don't the young men talk like this, Ephraim?
Absolutely, sir.
I don't speak like this, but I know the young brothers do. She's for the streets. She is for the streets. Read it again.
Khan. Now is she without, now in the streets.
That's Anthony Edwards' child's mother. She's for the streets. He is without, outside, in the streets. Yeah, you can. She's like that before you had sex with her, though. Do you know that? That's how she was. That's how you met her. You met her because that's how she always was. The thing is, the thing that attracts you to a whore is the thing you're going to hate about her once you get her pregnant. You're going to hate the very thing that attracted you to her before she got pregnant. Here's wisdom, you young, simple, stupid brothers out there. Don't be attracted to the thing that you'll hate if she's your child's mother. You have to hate that before you have sex. You have to think of every woman as a prospective mother for your child. Every last one. So if you're looking at a woman, instead of just looking at her butt and looking at her breast and looking at how nasty the bitch is, think to yourself, do I want her to raise my children? Then if not, do not push like on that picture. Do not contact her on Instagram. If that picture doesn't tell you, do I want this woman to be my baby's mother? Then what in the hell are you liking her picture for? For what? To encourage whoredom in Israel? So whores can keep winning? So good girls can keep losing? That's what Anthony Edwards did. Anthony Edwards, every sister should hate the type of brother that makes sure that whores win. Every sister should hate that. Because here you are trying to not be a whore, and you can't even get attention. You like somebody to like your pictures. Shit, you look good too, don't you? You telling me that a well-dressed woman doesn't look good, Ephraim? I know that's not what you're saying, is it, Ephraim?
Not at all.
Hell no, Ephraim ain't saying that. A well-dressed woman looks good. She got a well-dress on, beautiful, long dress, covered. What, she can't get a damn thumbs up? Nobody likes her pictures? Nobody gives her a compliment? Only whores you only compliment whores, huh? All right, Anthony Edwards, no problem. You want me to cry for you? You want me to go, oh no, brother, why she do that to you? I know why she did that to you, you effing square. That's why she did that to you, because you're a sucker and a square. And she's a hustler. Continue.
Khan, and lieth in wait at every corner.
Easy. She does what?
And lieth in wait at every corner.
Yeah, she's a predator, Rock. She lies in wait. She's a predator, brother. She's a predator. She found Anthony Edwards. She found him. And she ain't done. And here's the key to it, Ephraim. Anthony Edwards is not done paying whores. He's going to get somebody else pregnant, and he's going to have to do this 6 times. Is that about right? What's the average? He's going to do it 6 times. Can you say it again?
Sounds about right, sir.
Yeah, he'll have about 6 of these. And before you know it, my God, half of all his earnings will be going to women he hates and children that hate him. That's how it works. I believe I made my point with this now. Let's file this on the flash drive under things that I've said that no one will listen to. Can you make a file for that? Because with that, name this video shit that General Mahayaman said that no one gives a damn about and no one will listen to. And title that. This is the name of this video. All right. All right. Let's move on.
Sir.
Salaki, sir. If
Go
I
ahead,
may,
go ahead.
That's exactly, you know what I'm saying, brothers in the world, when they talk to me, that's the reason why I brung up this, because they said exactly the same. They said exactly the same thing. They ain't gonna listen to me. No, they're gonna continue get STDs. I told them, I learned it from the school. Don't get STDs. They got STDs. Don't deal with that woman. I'm like, any women you talk to, make sure she talk to me first. But they don't listen. That's the reason why they got an STD right now.
And well, there you go. so listen, for conscious sake and me myself, because I'm ordered to say it, I did it, and now I'll just forget about it. All right.